the sky is dark and the wuzzle wolf sings, out come the creepy crawly things. When you see something scary, it's quite alright, 'cause tonight is the night. Trick or treat!
Hei. Oh, fuck. Ég ekki með góða kameru á tölvunum minni, sko. Yes, I'm gonna begin to talk in English. I mean, hey, do it every day. Why not now? But it sometimes feels very good to speak in Icelandic. But yeah, there was a Halloween party here in iHouse, as we call it. Halloween in Japan is all about costumes, really. The point is to be as silly as possible or be as sexy as possible. But because I failed to take my penguin costume here to be silly, I had to improvise and be sexy. And hey, I also made a part of my costume. Not as fancy as yours. Oh, fuck, my computer is so loud. I got my laundry bag. And I cut it, like, in pieces. I have a spare, kind of, yeah. I made it to be like a bright thingy in my hat. But it worked okay, in my opinion. But yeah, instead of posting an awesome video of the Halloween party that was here and tell a story that my roommate told me a few weeks ago, and that made me not wanting to go to the toilet for several weeks. That is to say, the public toilet on the first floor. It is fucking scary. So yeah, enjoy that. It was a dark and cold night. A young woman was walking home, a bit later than usual. Her footsteps echoed in the night as she walked down a narrow, lonely, murky road. Suddenly, she stopped and listened. Someone was walking behind her. Without looking back, she began to walk, a little faster this time, and the footsteps behind her followed, also a little faster. A little chill went down her spine as she hurried her pace, and so did the person behind her. The road was dark, with no one around, and she began to feel very afraid. Without thinking, she broke into a run, and so did the person behind her. She ran as fast as she could, down the road, the steps getting closer and closer. At the end of the road was a hospital, and she ran scared inside to hide. She saw a women's toilet down a long corridor. She opened the door and hid in the third stall and locked it. Sitting on top of the toilet, drawing her knees as far as she could to her chest. Waiting. Long silence, and footsteps coming closer and closer. The door to the women's toilet opened. Almost sobbing with fear, she heard 3 knocks on the first stall. Loud bang echoed, and as someone kicked the stall door open. Another 3 soft knocks, and the door to the second stall was kicked open. Afraid her heart would miss a beat, she heard soft 3 knocks on the door in front of her. Unable to move, she waited and waited. She waited until the sun came up and the daylight came into the window. Slowly, she stood up and stretched her hand to unlock the door and peek outside. Just as she touched the handle, she got a strange feeling and looked up. There was a man staring back at her. You gave me 3 questions, to answer. The book that scared me as a child. Well, pretty scary that you didn't find the scary book that you were scared of. Pretty scary. I hope you find it. This I have to wake up to every single morning at 7:30. Because the guys' dormitory here, they wake up around that time, go out and have morning exercises with a song. Yay! I fucking hate it. But of course I can close my door. I found one book that I was really scared after I read it. It's called Engilbjört og Illuga. This book is about twin sisters. One of them is so beautiful, perfect, almost like an angel figure-like. But her sister is like, I don't know, demon-like, like evil-hearted and just evil human being. And I think they're about 8 in the story, I think. It's mostly about the yin and yang in the world, the good, the evil things. Can we live out without the evil and stuff like that? But it was so scary to read it because it's so psychologically damaging to read. It's like drilling in your head, like all the psychotic thoughts, about stuff that I wasn't even ready to think about when I was 14. Stuff like about life and death and the evil one, the evil twin. He was drawing pictures of burning people and everything, damaging the world, disappearing and stuff. Just evil things, and laughing. Parents locking her in a cage, and very scared after that. Really scared. And I think I'm still scared today that it's a thin line between reality, being normal, and madness. It's just, ugh. Probably when Artis, my friend, when she invited me to her birthday party, I can't remember, I was 16 years old, something, and she had this awesome film called The Exorcist. I don't think I have to explain anything more, but I had nightmares about turning heads and shaking beds for days, weeks after that. I don't care how cool I want to be or how cool I want everybody to think I am. Exorcist, never. Sorry, ever. I don't care if I cry, I don't care if I scream, or I'm like this for 2 hours, just completely. It's not fun knowing that possibly one night you will have a monkey in the room scaring the shit out of you. Especially after ghost stories, it's a bit scary. But one of the first things I remember was when first time I was alone at home, and I think mom or dad had to go somewhere, and I just have to be alone for half an hour, something like that. Of course I said, yeah, okay, no problem. I'm a big girl, I can do it. Of course. But yeah, as soon as she went out, the first thing that came up in my head was, is there a witch under the sofa? I lay there for over a half an hour without moving. I was so scared. Always before bed, instead of just walking to bed, like, I jumped every time. So the witch under the bed couldn't grab me with her fingers and drag me under the bed into another world. Yeah. Fantastic. About the time when you were living, I think you were talking about when you were living beside me, the other building. Because I did exactly the same game when I was younger. Before the light went out in the hallway, I had to run as fast as I could up and down, stuff like that. But I waited until the light was off, and then I ran. That was fucking scary. Chills. So yeah, I understand that feeling.
I'm dying to know, is it killing you like it's killing me? Yeah. I don't know what to say since a twist of fate when it all broke down. And the story of us looks a lot like a tragedy now. And the story of us looks a lot like a tragedy now.
Hannah, I almost forgot to tell you about your challenge. I want you to make me a cartoon slide. You can draw it, you can take pictures, you can have a song in it even. And it can be about anything you want. I know you can do it. Looking forward to seeing it. I know you'll find something interesting. Bye bye.